making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. Oh my God, the DA has started, Gesan. They have started. Today they were announcing Helen Zille as the mayor candidate of Johannesburg. And Helen gave a fiery speech there, and she said, well, the DA governs, wara, you know that we govern back. If you don't believe me, go ask the president. Yeah, and I was like, oh my God. Yes, at first I was like, oh my God, president made a mistake. But now, don't tell me every time the DA speaks is going to say, Wana, Helen even said, Wana, make no mistake, the president has endorsed us. She said, the president has endorsed their opponent. I saved that clip for you guys because I was like, I want to play this for you. Like, even John Steenhuisen gave a speech there. He was like, if the TA is better, if you are lazy to go read the audit, wara, if you don't want to go read it up for you, listen to the president. So now all they're doing is to reference Ramaphosa. I'm going to play those clips for you guys. Just before I play those clips for you, another thing that I want to actually talk about, that I want to play for you, Malachi is calling for the DA ministers to be removed by Ramaphosa. Oh, Malachi, one thing about them, they don't have, what is this now? They don't think ahead. You want to know what's happening? It's exactly what they were told. Colin Malachi, I can go and look up clips for when he was defending the DA ministers. So many times he has defended the GNU. Now he sees that things are crumbling and they were told. Solima Pala was telling them, good, you guys made a mistake. I mean, quite a few people told them. Some people are not vocal. You made Prince Marshall. Let me check if it's Prince Marshall, and I think it's Prince. That guy told them. It's Prince. Everyone told them that you made a mistake, but they didn't want to hear. Now he wants the DA ministers to be fired. I don't think Ramaphosa is going to fire them. He just endorsed them. How do you think Ramaphosa is going to fire them when he literally just endorsed them? I honestly, I don't know. Another thing that I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about this at the end. Let's just first focus on Helen Zille and on Malachi. I want to talk about this gating thing at the end. It says here, the NAC, which is the NAC, is the National Arts Council, has openly defied the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie. So apparently, Gayton McKenzie gave a directive that I don't know who should be fired. I'm going to read this article, but they didn't do it. They've defied him. So I don't know why they are defying Gayton McKenzie's instruction, because he's a minister. So has Gayton McKenzie lost his power and his influence? What is happening? Guys, it's a Saturday. This is just a chilled episode, ne? Please don't mind my fidgeting. I apologize. Oh, Sana. So okay, but I'll come back to this gated one. Let's start with the president drama. Let me play these clips of Helen Zille and Steenhuisen Girl, because wow. Yo.
The people have more power than their government if they will only use it. They can vote for change. They can evict a bad government and demand better. The greatest risk facing Joburg is that their people resign themselves to the path of failure and give up on her promise. We are here to say, we will not give up. We can still change course. There is a better way, and it is the DA way of government. If you don't believe me, as John said, just ask the president. With perfect timing, President Ramaphosa this week showed the boldness we've all been waiting for. There is no braver act for a political leader than endorsing his main political opponent. Make no mistake, that is exactly what the president did. He told South Africa that the DA's election offer is better than the ANC's. He said, those municipalities that do best are not ANC-controlled municipalities. They are often DA-controlled municipalities. The president continued, we need to ask ourselves, what is it that they are doing that is better than what we are doing? Well, Mr. President, your councillors in Johannesburg are about to find out.
But if you don't want to read the Auditor General's report, go and have a look at Ratings Africa. But if you're too busy to look at Ratings Africa, just listen to the president. Just listen to the president. He said it this week. The DA gets things done. Where the DA governs, life is better. The taps run, the electricity's on, the jobs flow, and delivery happens.
That is Helen Zille and Steenhuisen. Niabef. That is not true. What? But he asked the president. And I know that there are people who don't follow politics between, and you would think this is actually a lie. People are lazy to go read and what. If Abo Helen Zille go campaigning door to door, and they go and they say, Guti, vote for the DA. The president of the ANC also said so. Do you know that they can literally convince so many people and say, well, no, the president said so. When they, let's say they're doing door to door, when someone says, hi, I'm an ANC, then they play that video and they said, but the president said the DA is good. Vote for the DA. And yes. Anyway, as I was saying, Colin Malachi also wants the DA ministers to be fired. He's saying that they should be fired because they don't listen to the president. He says is called for the removal of the DA ministers who they say failed to implement the transformative and progressive programs of President Cyril Ramaphosa. Malachi is confused. These things that are happening now, they were told about them. So I've got nothing. I literally have nothing to say.
Through the adoption of the report of the president, have agreed that we must call upon the removal of all DA ministers who are refusing to implement resolutions and instructions of the president. Now, I was saying the president must urgently, because the ANC Youth League has diagnosed the DA as them being in government with us, but acting like an opposition. Now, they are not taking collective responsibilities and instructions of the president. Now, I was saying that the president must urgently act on them and remove them and bring in partners who are prepared to implement the program.
And I have nothing to say about Colin Malachi. Everything that is happening now, he was told. And I was following Colin Malachi so much. I remember each and every single thing that he said. When he was told, he was defending the DA, he was defending the GNU. He went as far as reprimanding Abo to the Nkosazana Zuma, who's in the ANC Youth League. Reprimanding them because they went to say the ANC can go into a GNU with anyone but except for the DA. They were reprimanded. So Colin Malachi had every chance to develop a backbone, and he didn't. So you can't tell me but now all of a sudden today, or not today, but like all of a sudden now he wants to do the right thing, he has changed. No, he must suffer the consequences. He must suffer the consequences. Yeah, but everyone that rubbished the GNU, the DA partnership, he defended it. He defended it because Fikile Mbalula was also defending it. Ziyabakhalela ngoku, and they were defending the GNU so much. Like ndifuna zibakhalele. I'm not feeling sorry for them. Ndifuna zibakhalele. Like I wanted to get bad for them. Yes, when they were told ukuthi this is the bad, they were like, no, it's not a bad idea. What? Maziche ke ngoku. Maziche. Anyway, guys, let us get to the Gayton Mackenzie drama now, because I don't think I'm following that story, but I do wanna bring it up to your attention. This article says, I'm gonna read it for you guys. It says the National Arts Council has openly defied the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton Mackenzie, in what amounts to a direct snap to the minister. The National Arts Council has refused to carry out suspensions, setting the stage for a major showdown. On September 12th, an official from the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture informed the council's chairperson, Eugene Botha, that Mackenzie had approved the suspension of former CEO Julie Dipofa and acting CFO Reshma Bula. The email reads, I have consulted the minister and he clarified that the investigation can proceed as per your suggestion. We therefore respectfully propose that the independent investigation should be focused on the issues identified in your request. Should the independent investigator, in objectively testing these issues, find that the conduct of any council member warrants further scrutiny, then the appropriate process in terms of Section 4.7 of the National Arts Council Act may be initiated. Okay. Sunday World has seen a later dated September 9th. In the later, Mackenzie instructed that the National Arts and Culture chairperson Eugene Botha to suspend Dipofa and Bula. Mackenzie also recommended that the former chairperson Xalenhle Dlamini be investigated as well. 2 days later, on September 17, Sunday World reported that Dipofa and Bula had been suspended at the time. Questions regarding their suspension were sent to the National Arts Council, but the council failed to respond. Later that evening, however, the National Arts Council issued a public statement. In it, they were claiming that 2 officials were not suspended. This was despite Mackenzie's letter clearly stating that they be suspended with immediate effect. Sunday World understands that the suggestion was in fact effected, but Dlamini, who is herself a subject of investigation, intervened to halt it. An inside source said that the suspension was actually effected as per minister's letter. However, a powerful board member stopped it. By blocking the suspension, she ensured that officials will still have access to all documents and witnesses. This means they will be investigated while still at work. As such, while the council is in the process of appointing an external investigator, Bula, who herself is under investigation, is likely to oversee the process. I mean, how can you oversee your own process? This is because she's the acting CFO and supply chain management reports directly to her. When approached for comment, Botha dismissed the matter as a rumor. We cannot respond to rumors. Minister Mackenzie did send a request to council, and council has held a meeting to make a decision on the request. We will follow proper protocol in submitting our response to the minister's request, says Botha. He added that the council's decision would be conveyed to the minister through formal channels. Hey, what's happening to Mackenzie? He has lost his authority. Why is there a board member who's going against him issuing a directive that these people must be suspended? Well, I don't know. There's a lot going on, guys, in the country. I think Gayton Mackenzie is seeing that the being in power is very difficult. There's so many things. Ziyamkhalela nyan ngoku. So the people that Gaten McKenzie said must be suspended, well, they're not suspended now because they did what? They had some powerful connection that defended them. So they will oversee their own suspension. I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, I don't want to dwell much on this Gaten McKenzie thing. Let us meet in the comment section. Tell me what you think about President Ramaphosa's statements and now the DA campaigning son about what he said, which we knew was coming, by the way, but wow. Let me know what you think. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Belwana. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 40k subscribers. Support the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.